stop. Like, no, that's not a sign, God. Do something else. Like,
yeah, she was just saying like, we're sick of your ego, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, you're insecure.
hey my beautiful gems, it's your girl Alexis, aka Curly Beauty. I just want to say before we start this video, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because I have plenty of other videos coming for you guys. I have so much more content. I'm into beauty, makeup, hair, story times, pranks, all that good stuff. So your girl's trying to make it out here, alright? And my goal is to reach 3,000 subscribers so I can hurry up and do a giveaway. So make sure you guys subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey boo, and I appreciate you and thank you for always supporting me. Now, I don't usually do these type of videos. Oh my god, excuse my mannequin. I don't usually do these type of videos just because I've been doing hair reviews and makeup, so I never really got the chance to do a video like this and actually sit down and talk to you guys. I did a poll on my Instagram asking if I should do a story time of how, you know, my first time. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that because I don't know if I was ready to tell you guys about that anyway. Or if I should tell you guys my dream, which predicted a fake friend. And I was actually surprised. The dream to predict a fake friend, that actually got voted most. So that is what we're going to be talking about in this video. So do you guys know the saying to trust your gut or trust your instinct? That saying is so true. If you have a bad vibe or a bad gut feeling about somebody out of nowhere, you're not tripping, you're not overreacting, you're not being crazy. That's literally your gut. Especially if you pray about it and you still feel like a bad feeling, that's your gut, mama. That's, you know, something, the inner you is trying to tell you something about that somebody. So listen to it. And that's the best advice I could give. I met this girl on Instagram and she was messy. She was very messy. And like, I'm for the mess too, low-key, like, because I think it's funny. So, you know, she was actually in a messy situation. We're going to call this girl Tara. Tara, okay? Tara was very messy. And she always was arguing on Instagram. And I'm not going to say I'm a perfect person because I'm not. But I just thought it was funny. So I DM'd her. I said, bitch, we should be friends, you know, da-da-da. You know how that go. So we ended up being friends and we ended up FaceTiming each other. We got really close. I'm not gonna lie, the first time that I was talking to her, I thought she was super funny, super cool. I hope I don't sound crazy, but in the same week that I met her, out of nowhere, I just got this really dark feeling from her while we were on FaceTime. And I'm just like, you know what, like, but you know, we always ignore things because we're cool with people. You know how I'm cool with people, you don't want to hear it, you don't want to believe it. You be like, no, that's not true, that's not dumb, like, give her a chance. That was basically me. I was just like, all right, like, I even had to hang up on FaceTime with her. I was getting such bad vibes and I don't know why, but I still was continuing the friendship. I was just going along with it. And when we became even more close, the negative energy that I felt from her went away. So it went away. It was back to, you know, us being cool, us laughing all the time. It was just back to business. I'm like, see, I knew I was tripping. She was alright. So I was like, alright. And we were actually really, we were almost like the same person. Honestly, the same person. So that's why I think we got so close. We would always hang out, always talk on the phone. Like, we were literally like BFS in a short amount of time. Literally. Like, that was my bitch. Everybody knew that was my bitch. What the fuck? Okay. I also forgot to mention that we had a mutual common friend, and that's, we would all hang out. Me and my other friend and Tara, like, we all were close. So a situation happened between those two and they stopped being cool, and Tara did some grimy stuff to her that made me question her in a way. I was just like, wow, like, if she's doing this to my friend, and you know, we were all close, like, just imagine what she would do to me if we stopped being cool. So that shit kind of had me looking at her crazy a little bit. I was like, wow, like, I can't believe she would do that. She basically did something, and I don't want to get too much into it, you know. I don't feel like going back and forth, but just know it was really bad. She wanted revenge, which I don't know why. You know, that was her friend at one point, so I don't understand why you would want revenge. And she had me looking at her really wild. I was just like, wow, like, I cannot believe you set her up like that. So I was just like, like I almost wanted to fall back after that, but the only reason why I didn't fall back was just the fact that it's a really, really complicated story. But just know I chose Tara's side after another situation had happened. And that's the only reason why I chose Tara's side, because honestly, if that other situation didn't happen, I would have felt a little iffy about Tara. But just know, shit got crazy. So, you know, after we were friends for a while, whatever, I had this really weird dream about this girl. And we were also with a whole bunch of other people. We were with her friends, we were with her friends. And we all went out. It was me, her friends, and yeah, we all went out and had a good time. And then all of a sudden, like, we were fighting all these people. I was fighting her friends. Like, we were just all fighting. So as soon as I walked out the bar, you know, we were done partying that night. Jesus, his hands, like, were coming out of the sky. And I knew that they were his hands. Like, I know you may think, like, how did you know that was Jesus's hands? It's just these things that we know, like, deep down inside. The way that his hands are formed, I know they were Jesus's hands. Like, trust me, it was him. He was trying to reach down to help me, but he hurried up and like put his hands up into the sky, and then all these tornadoes started forming. So me and Tara, we ran back inside because we were scared. So we ended up in my house. I don't know how we ended up outside of a bar then inside of my house. I don't know. You know how crazy dreams are. So that happened, and I woke up and I was just like, you know, I just thought it was a weird dream. I ended up telling her. And then it's kind of funny because it was like it was probably a week after in real life. This is real life. This wasn't my dream. She had threw like a little Getty at this little club or whatever. So me, her, and her friends, we all went out. We all had a good time. That's the difference. I wasn't fighting anybody, but you know, she was about to fight somebody at the club, but it wasn't anybody with me. It was her personal issues. So we had a good time. We had a really, really good night. But then, I don't know. I just started getting really bad vibes from her again. I started getting really, really bad vibes. And mind you guys, this was my first time meeting her friends. I didn't know them. So that night at the club, it was my first time meeting them. And I honestly thought they were cool. So, you know, she put us all in a group message. We would always talk every day. And yeah. So there's a guy that she hangs out with, and we're gonna call him Lamar. Tara, Lamar, and me, we decided to get on the phone one day, and I don't know, like that phone call, I felt like we were on three-way, and I just felt really, really negative vibes again. Like this, almost like the first time that I met her, that I had to hang up because it was so bad to the point, like my energy is very sensitive, so it reacts to anything that's not good. So it was that same feeling again when we were on three-way. They kept laughing at something, like, and you know how you can hear people texting while you're on the phone? Like I kept hearing them text, but I didn't, like in my conscience, I'm like, are they like talking shit about me in text? Or you know how we are humans, we always think somebody's talking about us. So I'm thinking like they're probably talking about me. While we were on the phone, it was almost as if they were like throwing shade. Like they were just throwing shade, and I just didn't understand why. I'm like, what the hell? Like they're low-key like shady. I feel like they're low-key shading me. But it's cool though. So I hung up and I just got over it, whatever. After that whole ordeal, you know, where I was feeling the bad vibes from her, I kind of like was just doing my own thing. I was still kind of ignoring it. And you know, God will literally throw a fucking stop sign at my head. And I'll be like, no, that's not a sign, God. Do something else. Like sometimes I could get confused because of all my trauma that I've been through. I feel like I just feel like, you know, am I just being problematic, or if I'm just overthinking, but I'm not. So I was having a giveaway on my Instagram, and I couldn't get the app to work to pick a winner. So she had joined my live, and she was being really, really ignorant on my live, like trying to like embarrass me, trying to like make me look stupid on my live, saying you're so dumb. Why, like, you know, being like, mind you, all these people are on my live, and I'm like, yo, like this is a really bad look for me, you know, stop cursing and everything. And my other friend, she had texted me and she was like, get her off your live right now. There's somebody that's really big on your live or whatever. She said, there's a big YouTuber on your live right now. She was being a real friend. She wasn't talking about Tara. She was just being a real friend. She was just looking out for me, like saying like, hey, somebody that's really big is on your live and this could be a chance for you, Alexis. So tell her to get off or hang up with her. So after I got off live, I told Tara, I was like, oh my God, like I didn't even see her message because, you know, I didn't get my message while I was on live. I seen it after the fact. So I told Tara, I was like, oh my God, a big YouTuber was on my live, da 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 da. And I never saved that live. I only saved the other lives where I went live like a couple of times, and I did not save that one where this big YouTuber was on my live, so I couldn't see who it was, and I couldn't go back to see who it was. So Tara had went back through all my lives, and she was like, I never seen no big YouTuber on your live. What is she talking about? Da 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 da. All this other stuff. So she was just being messy, her messy self. And I'm like, well, she was like, I don't like how she's talking about me, da da da. I'm like, she's not talking about you. That's my friend and she's looking out for me. And that's just that, you know, she wants me to succeed. That's really one person I could respect for that, because not too many people would do that. I feel like after like I became cool with her friends, that's when stuff started changing. And the reason why I got so confused is because she always was rooting for me, always. She even had my YouTube link in her bio. She was supporting me. Like, not too many people do that. So every time I dropped a video, it would be up on her story, like, go watch, da da da. But then later on, after the whole club situation, she started to get real negative towards me. Like, she always used to compliment me. Mind you, never ever gave me a bad compliment. The straight hair, I think it was Young's straight hair that I was wearing. She needed help finding straight, you know, cheap straight hair. And I said, oh, you should get the Young straight hair, you know, because it's affordable. She was like, no, it's trash. Like, she would say little smart remarks, like, I guess, like, trying to put me down. And I just thought, you know, that was very strange. You know, I thought she was rooting for me, and I just thought that was really strange, like how she just started being really negative out of nowhere. She was never negative towards me. I felt that negative energy from her, but I never got it from her until after the fact that we went out, which was really weird. So Tara actually ended up getting real mad at my friend for telling me that I needed to get off live with her, because my friend wanted me to look professional while a big hair vendor or YouTuber was on my live. You know, I told Tara this, and Tara was just like ignorant about it. She was like, how much hair do you need? And I'm like, bitch, like, this is what I want to do. This is my career. This is what I want to review hair for the rest of my life. Like, it's almost like she just kept putting me down. Everything, like every freaking thing, we would argue about everything. That's how I knew. I was like, all right, something is not right here. So I finally had enough. I was like, all right, God, I'm gonna stop ignoring you. I'm going to pray now. I prayed to God the next day after the whole live situation, and I said, please show me a sign if she's for me or not. Please show me, let me know a sign. Like, let me know something, please. So that same morning, I got a screenshot from my other friend that told me to get off live with Tara. Tara had ended up writing her, and I'm just like, it's just unnecessary. Why are you writing my friend? Because, and then they started arguing, and my friend just blocked her, honestly, because she didn't have time. It's childish. Tara was going off. She went live talking about my friend and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, girl, it is not that serious. So long story short, we stopped being cool. Then she started lying on me, saying that I had she even argued with other friends that I had, and all my other friends said was to worry about your baby. Tara ended up going off on her live saying, talking about me. Alexis had people talking about my baby. I could have smacked her, da da da. Like, girl, I never had anybody talk about your baby. They're telling the truth. I just thought, like, that was eye-opening for me. Then after that, everything went downhill. We started arguing. she finally was like, we're sick of it. We're sick of your ego. Da da da. I'm like, we're weird. So that means this whole time you were talking about me, and I'm glad that it's finally out. And it's crazy because that same morning that I prayed about her, I was going to confront her about how I felt like she was being negative, and she already answered my prayer. It was no need to even talk to her about it. She exposed herself, and I was so thankful. I was like, all right, well, I guess it just came out, so that's fine with me too. Yeah, she was just saying like, we're sick of your ego, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, you're insecure. I'm just like, how is my ego big because I'm doing something that I love, which is YouTube? And I even helped her start a YouTube channel. You know, she was trying to do hair reviews too. So a lot of people was just basically telling me that, you know, because we actually were arguing on Instagram, a lot of people was telling me she's just jealous of you. And some people that DM me knew her personally and was like, oh yeah, I had problems with her too. So I was like, oh, so this girl is problematic. And I didn't even realize, you know, I didn't know. Sorry guys, I just went to go eat some pizza and I just feel so great now. But there was even a situation where one of Tara's ex-friends that did hair wanted to collaborate with me because she noticed that I did makeup, and Tara had lied and said, oh no, she was talking about you. She tries to collaborate with all my friends. And no shade, but her friends, they don't do anything. So I'm just like, that sounds fishy to me. So after we stopped being cool, I eventually hit up the girl, and I'm just gonna call her Hair, you know, because she does hair, whatever. I eventually hit Hair up, and she was like, I never talked about you, girl, da 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 da. And she ended up setting Tara up, and she had me on the phone. Like, we were all on the phone, but I was on mute, and Tara was basically denying that she said that she was talking about me. And I'm just like, wow, girl, you really was jealous because you didn't want us to collaborate. And Tara at the time was trying to do makeup, so I'm thinking she probably just felt away because Hair didn't ask her. But it's whatever, honestly. But let me tell y'all something. This girl Ben was plotting on me because as soon as we stopped being friends, personal pictures that I sent her or stuff that I sent her got out to other friends, and it was posted on their stories. So I'm just like, yeah, she's one of them. Ben was plotting. She had stuff against me, and that's the type of person she is, and that's not what I need. So I'm just thankful that God answered my prayer, and the next time that God sends me a dream, I'm not gonna think that I'm tripping or crazy. I'm gonna listen to it. And same with you guys. If you feel a gut feeling, inner gut feeling about something, about a person, cut it off. Cut it off, okay? And I'm telling you, cut it off. People are devious. People are very devious. They're very jealous, very insecure. They have agendas, hidden agendas. And it's sad because, you know, I actually did like her. I'm not even gonna make this a bashing video. I actually did like the girl. It's just, you know, that kind of hurt in a way that I found out she was talking about me the whole time. And I felt that. I literally felt it. So, long story short, be careful who you meet. Make sure you know them. Trust your instincts. And you will be fine, my beautiful gems. So, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try not to make this, I already made this a little long. But let me know if you want to hear other story times. I got y'all with some more story times. I got so much more coming for y'all. So y'all need to hit that subscribe button and let me know your advice. What would you guys do in this situation? I really wish I could elaborate more because there's so much more in this with me and Tara that I could talk about that I won't even get into. I kind of told you guys the main points, but I didn't tell you details. But if I told y'all some details, y'all would be like, bitch, wow. But I'm doing good and I feel so much better. I don't really, like, not to sound rude or anything, but I don't really care because our friendship was kind of short, so it wasn't really anything that I needed to cry or stress over. It's just the fact that it's crazy how she had a hidden agenda against me. And, you know, there's always two sides to a story, so she could tell you another side because, you know, that's how she is. But just know I'm not dumb. She even tried apologizing and reaching out to me. She kept calling me, but I'm not falling for it because she's very manipulative, and that's what I've realized. And I just don't feel like having that back in my life. Maybe one day I could reach out and talk to her, but other than that, there's really no beef. It's just the fact that I just want y'all to watch out and trust your gut. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, babes. I love y'all.